We will be starting with our webinar in a few minutes. Good morning and Jai Hind to one and all. On behalf of Mate and Mentor, Sunbeam School, Sultanpur, and Vallabh Ashram's Day Boarding School, Valsad, I welcome all of you for today's webinar on study abroad admission process. I welcome Mr. Vishal Singh, Senior UK Consultant at SIUK, the key speaker of today's webinar. Vishal sir will inform you about the procedure and the requirements which are needed for studying abroad. In the end, there will be question answer session. So students can write the question in the chat box. Vishal sir will answer those queries. Now I request Principal Ma'am to welcome Vishal sir and begins reading of the file. Ma'am, please.
Okay, thank you, Tehzeeb ma'am. Good evening, good morning and Jai Hind to one and all. Mr. Vishal Singh has a varied experiences in the field of banking, human resources, marketing and education. He has worked with organizations like HDFC, Bank, Naukri.com, Hindustan Times, Tata Education. Currently, he is working with SIUK, Study International United Kingdom, which is a United Kingdom-based organization and is helping students to study in United Kingdom and Ireland. He has sent close to 800 students single-handedly to various countries for undergraduate and postgraduate level courses. He comes with an experience of 14 years. And I'm sure, children, that you are going to learn a lot today. Over to you, Mr. Vishal.
Right. So first of all, thank you so much and very good morning to everyone and the principal ma'am and sir. I would really like to appreciate the kind of efforts and for organizing this seminar to help your students to gain more information about overseas education and the kind of exposure you are trying to provide to your students. I'm really thankful to you for organizing this session, wonderful session for you, right? Before starting the seminar, I would just like to highlight a small point that the agenda of doing this presentation is just to let you know and to inform you about how overseas education and abroad education work, right? It is nothing to do with we are comparing our Indian education system with overseas education system, or we are saying that Indian education system is bad and overseas education is good. No, it is not like that. It is just to give you a thorough information and another point of what kind of prospect to think upon and how overseas education work, right? So now I'll be sharing you my screen wherein you can get, I'll be showing you a slide presentations and I'll take you through across it, right? So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Right. So the agenda was study abroad admission processes for the school students. And now starting of why education is so important. So I am pretty sure that every student must have seen these faces, and they are one of the very iconic people across the world who have said these lines. For example, Nelson Mandela has said that education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. And it is like very truly said that it is only the education that can help you to get and to achieve what you are aspiring, right? In fact, you can say the wording of Chanakya is that education is the best friend, and educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. So it's like very well said again. So guys, moving ahead of the presentation. So this is just a small comparison of how the abroad education and about population and what is the kind of degree granting institutes are there, just to give you a small insight. So, for example, if we talk about India, so currently we are having a population of 1381.59 millions, and we have close to 700 plus degree granting institutes. If you talk about US, so it's like 330 million population, and if you see the granting institute is like 4,495, which is humongous, right? Same goes with UK. They have a population of 67.26 million. Again, the granting institutes, yeah, the colleges and the universities which are there is 163. Australia, it's like 25. We have 41 degree, and China is 1439. And just again, you can see that there are 2,484 degree institutions which are granting you information, right? Again, the agenda of telling you is that the just kind of see the how what is the kind of focus these universities and these countries have on education, right? So why you're looking, yeah, why one should look at overseas education option for him or her. The first thing is like the choice of degrees. Second thing, choice of degree means they offer you a variety of degree, right from arts to humanities to commerce to science to engineering to medicine. Everything that is there available in India, they have it. And the best thing is that, in fact, there are a lot of combinations available also, like a dual degree specialization. Then a lot of things are there. Second thing, a student get a cultural exposure and experience. So, for example, you are coming from India to study in a university, and you have people from around the world. Like you have people from US, you have people from Australia, you have people from China, you have people from Japan. So the kind of culture exposure experience that you get is like tremendous, and it will also help you in improving your personality, your and also expose you to different cultural experiences. Second thing, the education system and the faculties. The education system there is like little different from our India. So it is like a mixed bag. What they do is like they mix their education with practical as well as theoretical. So whatever you learn is like they try to imply these things in your professional and your working. Try to work you, make you understand and make you work also, so that you can get a hand-on experience. Number one. Number two, as I said, that education system is like they have a very modern and upcoming education system. So the kind of curriculum that they teach is like very updated, and they keep on updating their curriculum every year. So how to decide a right university, guys? Right? So it is like first, you should listen to your heart and head both, like, and have to be very, very confident when it comes to overseas education. Number two, choosing a location, culture, and climate condition is like very important. For example, if we talk about country like Canada, we talk about country like Austria, we talk about country like UK. So the climate is like very cold. So yeah, we have, because it is like students, it is we who know our body well, right? So many times there are students who can't manage too cold climate or too hot climate, too humid climate. You have to be very sure before choosing a country. So this is why they said that you should be looking at the climate conditions as well. Then third thing, ranking and reputations. Currently in the world, a lot of universities are in top 100, like universities from US, universities from UK, universities from Australia. Every universities are like in top 100 in the world. That is why I said is the reputation and ranking, global ranking, cost and funding. So this is like the most important aspect, cost and funding option that you should look at, because it's true. Yes, overseas education is very expensive, although for a meritorious student there are a lot of scholarships available. So yeah, you have to look at the cost and funding options as well. Second point is post-study options. Post-study option here means is like whenever a student is going to study abroad, right? So for example, if you're going for undergraduate course, your course will be like for a 3 years or a 4 years, right? So what after that? Once you complete your course there in any country abroad, then what after that? So post study here option means that after completing your studies from any abroad education country, you are liable to stay in that country for additional 2 years. For example, if you're going to study there in UK for 3 years, you are liable to stay in UK for 2 years. Or you're going to study in Canada for 3 4 years, you get extended visa for 2 years. So this is because what you have studied, you can work and you can earn. And finally, take professional help in the decision making. It is like, yeah, it's like company like us. We also counsel students and we help students to take a firm decision about how and what universities choose for them. So now coming on to the top destinations. So I'm pretty sure that you must have all recognized the flags of these countries, right? So now I'll be starting with the first, that is Hong Kong, right? So Hong Kong is said the pearl of the Orient. So why a student should choose a city like Hong Kong is like Hong Kong has 8 universities, out of which top universities, which are like five are top 100. So you can just recognize, understand the kind of importance that they're giving it to their people around in Hong Kong. So population is just 7.62 millions. GDP is around $210 pound. The main center, see why Hong Kong is a center of finance, business, consulting, trade, and technology. So all the like Hong Kong and China are the countries from which all the technology is coming in, right? So bachelors there are of 4 years, like they have optional majors and minors, and masters are there for 1 year. So this is by Hong Kong. And now I'll be showing you some of the universities which are like very prominent in Hong Kong. So it is like HKUST, this is Hong Kong University of Technology, then Hong Kong Polytechnic University, the Chinese University of Hong Kong. So these are some of the the City University of Hong Kong. So these are some of the most popular universities in Hong Kong, right? Which can give you admissions in different streams. And apart from that, once you get admission, you can also apply for a very lucrative scholarships. For example, I have sent a lot of students to Hong Kong with a 100% scholarship or the 50% scholarship. But yes, it is not that easy. It is on purely on merit basis. So this is just that what and why study in Hong Kong. There's some of the basic reasons, like they have all engineering programs, business finance, computer finance, media, arts, communication, design. Annual tuition fees close to 8 to 13 lakhs per annum. Living expenditures 5 to 7 lakhs. They allow working part time for the students to earn and manage their living there. They have semester breaks. It is like the deadline to apply to Hong Kong is like 30th December till 28th February. And the percentile which is generally required to get into these universities is like minimum 75% to 95%, right? And IELTS is what 6.5. IELTS is language requirement, which I'll come and explain you later on. So this is why one should choose Hong Kong to study. And guys, students, I should also like to highlight you one point, that if any one of you is aiming to look at a overseas education, then he should start the process 1 year ahead. It is like the overseas education system moves a year ahead. For example, if you are in, yes, you have reached class 12, in example, in this year 2020, and you want to take admission in September 21, then by the time of the first deadline, like by the time of 15th January 2021, you must have made all the applications to the universities. So this is the kind of application process overseas universities have. Now Coming on to the second country, which is like the most popular destination to study, this is UK. So UK, as I, it does not need any explanation or any right, any introduction, because UK has two universities which is like the prominent and the best, like Oxford and the Cambridge University, right? And apart from that, UK is the home of many top line universities in the world, like King's College, Edinburgh, Nottingham, Glasgow. There are a lot of universities available in UK. Currently, there is 18 to 20 universities which is into top 100 across the globe in UK. And UK offers a variety of courses like engineering, law, business, hospitality, design, fashion, humanities. So it is a hub, and it and gives you all the buffet and all the variety of courses that one can think of, right? With a superb kind of career opportunities further to go. Then coming on to Australia. So Australia has countries, universities like ANU, Monash, Queensland, Melbourne. Again, these are some of the top universities. As I told you that if we talk about the countries like Australia, Canada, UK, so these universities rank top 100 in the world. So every country has some universities which are ranked top in the world. So these are some universities which are I'm naming there. So why one should choose Australia as study destination is like it's a very good, Australian economy is very strong, very recession proof. Peer student who are looking for a long term permanent residentship there in UK, who want to settle down in UK and sorry, in Australia, and does not come back to India. So yeah, PR option is there. The quality education is there. Degree recognition is there. So and the major prominent courses which are very famous in Australia is like engineering, IT, software, civil, accounting, and especially I will highlight as a culinary and hospitality courses are like very prominent in Australia. Students can look at for themselves. Now, the most famous destination that a lot of people aspire to go is like Canada. Canada is like it's a multicultural, has offers a multicultural society. It's like second, if many time people call it a second India, right? Because a lot of Indian people are there. Everyone wanted to go to Canada, wanted to aspire there, live there, settle down there. And Canada has some of the very finest universities as well, like McGill, McMaster, Toronto, Waterloo. So these are like very prominent universities there in Canada. But Canada is very strict on some things. Is like they are very strict on your academics, and they don't take a student unless and until you have given a IELTS examination, which is an English language examination. And again, I'll again explain you in the entry requirement what is IELTS and how to look at. Second thing, there are a lot of bodies there in Canada. Generally, students go for engineering, architecture, business, and natural sciences. People from Punjab, from northern India, East India, they generally prefer going to Canada much because, yeah, as I told you that you can see Canada as a second India option, and a lot of job opportunities and everything is there. Now, coming on to the most important that yes, I have told you about the countries that you can look at. So, what is the requirement to apply in these countries, right? So yes, obviously your 10th mark sheet and onwards. Currently, if you are in class 12, there's a predictive scorecard that generally score gives you, your school give you. You need to have that. And again, I'm highlighting the most important thing. Yes, you have to have a very good percentile if you're looking at a very top end university, right? Passport is something very essential. Now coming on to the most important, this is test scores I've mentioned like SAT, IELTS, and TOEFL. So what is a SAT examination? What is the IELTS examination that I'm saying, and what is TOEFL, right? So SAT is a exam which has mathematics, which judge your mathematics and English abilities. So full form of SAT is Scholastic Aptitude Test. So this test is generally asked from a country like US, like Canada, Germany, these countries, and all the top-notch universities of these countries ask this test. Generally, SAT is of 1600. You have to the number that is there 1600, and if you want to get into a very good university in US or Canada or any other Hong Kong, so you have to score above 1550. So it is like very competitive. Second thing, you must be having very good English and for mathematics as well for SAT. So SAT is like a test for aptitude. Now coming on to the English test. Why English test is required? Because they just all the foreign universities just want to judge your English abilities. They wanted to see that are you have the adequate English language capabilities. That is why they take a test of IELTS and TOEFL. So, for example, if I talk about IELTS, so the full form of IELTS is English Language Testing International English Language Testing System. So, IELTS is an exam which has four sections like reading, writing, listening, speaking, generally, and you have to score undergraduate level. You have to score, and it's a 9 band examination. You have to score like 6.5 or 7. And TOEFL is again an English language exam, which is same like IELTS, generally preferred for US, and IELTS is generally preferred for UK, right? Then coming on to next document, which is statement of purpose. So, children's statement of purpose is something like the heart of your application. Why? Because statement of purpose is a document in which you have to write about yourself. Any university where you're applying does not know you personally, right? So they'll be judging you from your marks and from your statement of purpose. For example, in statement of purpose, you have to write about yourselves, your achievements, why you want to pursue this particular course, why you want to go to abroad for studies, about your family background, about the university. So you have to write it down yourself, and university will be judging you on these on the basis of this personal statement of purposes, right? So it is again, as I told you, is like the second and the most important document which is required. Then it is letter of recommendation. Letter of recommendation is a letter which generally you get from the school. Your teachers and your principals can give you. It states that yes, we know you, and they tell you, they generally highlight about the academic background, about yourself, and they recommend you that yes, you can apply to these universities, right? Portfolio is like, for example, if any student who is looking at a fashion designing course, architecture designing course, or into media or into film and theater, so a foreign university asks for a portfolio is just their work sample. For example, if you are looking at a fashion designing course, so it is very obvious that you must be good in sketching, you must be drawing something. Or if you're looking at architecture, then how you get into interest into architecture, so what is all required. And then extra activities is like, if you have participated into any olympiads, MUNs, any, if you are a state level or national level, any sports player, so you can mention all these certificates, which is again and very important. And these all documents make your application complete, and these are documents which is basically required to make an application to UK or to any other countries like US, Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Malaysia, any country you look at. So these are some basic documents that you must be having with you if you're planning to apply. Now, coming on to the few top jobs and careers which are there abroad and which are very, very prominent these days, is like data analyst, scientist, mathematicians, AI and machine learning, which is like the most important and the hot selling profession as of now, business analytics, finance, civil, construction, architecture, banking, finance, research is in nature like medicine courses, anything into MBS, like these all are like very top career jobs there in abroad. And generally, if somebody asks about the pay packages, so you can say that a starting salary would be like from there in there for them would be like 18-19 lakh rupees the starting salary, and it goes like 30 lakh, 40 lakh, 50 lakhs, depend on the kind of profile you're having and the kind of marks you're having there in the university. So now I am in at the end of the presentation, guys. So this is just a small introduction about how this entire overseas education system works, right? And now you are, this is my contact number. If anyone want to reach me out, you can reach me out in this contact number. I can help you with your queries. The good thing is that whatever we do for the students, we do it absolutely free of cost, as school is taking the initiative to give you the insight about overseas education, same as us. So we also help students to give the correct information, and that too free of cost, right?
Thank you, Vishal sir, for such an informative session.
My pleasure, ma'am.
Anyone can ask any question if you have, students. I think no one has any question.
No, I have one question.
Yeah, ma'am,
Okay.
please.
Sir, I want to know, like, as you said, like, IELTS is very important for Canada. So for
Right,
Australia, so what are the, like you said, Hong Kong and Australia are also a very important destinations to go for higher studies.
right.
So what are the important, or what are the requirements for that,
Ma'am,
which are essential?
right. Ma'am, see, the most important documents are your 10th and 12th first, right? You must be
Right.
having your 10th, and currently the students who are in class 12,
Mm-hmm.
it's very obvious that they don't have their 12th result with them as of now. So what they can have is they can have a predictive scorecard from their school. School
Okay.
generally give them a predictive scorecard based on their pre-board results. So,
Right.
and these are two documents. Then the third document, which is very important, is the statement of purpose, which I told you. Statement of purpose is a small essay about the student and how and why he's planning to go abroad studies, what is the goals, achievement, and everything. Then the third document is letter of recommendation, right? And ma'am, IELTS is like again for Canada, yes, it is mandatory that you can't if you don't have IELTS result, you can't even apply to Canada. But when it comes to Australia, when it comes to UK, you can apply to the universities, and later on you can give IELTS when you have an offer from the university, ma'am.
Means ultimately the student has to qualify for that.
Ma'am, for UK, yeah, I'll tell you. For countries like Australia, Canada, US, yes, it is mandatory. For UK, ma'am, undergraduate level pay, if student is getting above 85% or above 90 in English, then there's high probable chances that here the IELTS condition is waived off in UK.
Okay, right. So in Australia, it is not waived off if the
No,
student
ma'am,
has scored. No,
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 ma'am,
not
it is
at all. Okay,
mandatory. For Canada, it's mandatory.
okay. Canada is mandatory. You said right,
Yeah,
right,
ma'am.
right. Any other questions, students? If
Question is
you
Somebody said, "Sir, can I go to Turkey and prepare for IS?" If you want to prepare for IS, then India is the best country. Why to go to Turkey for that?
okay. One more question is there about history classes. One student wants to know about history classes. Which is the country for best suited for history? He wants to pursue it.
Right. For history, see, the important thing is what history you want to study, right? Because when whichever country you will be going, they will not be teaching you a Indian history. If you're going to UK, they'll be teaching you a modern history. They'll not be teaching you a Indian history. So if you are looking at to study a modern history, then you can go to UK. Then you can go to Netherlands. These are the countries are like very good for history and so on, because they'll be teaching you modern history, contemporary history, and so on. But yeah, Indian history they'll not teach you.
one more thing, sir, that there are so many courses like by Coursera and all there. It is being run by them. So
Ma'am,
if the students go for that, will they get the credit for the
yes,
admissions
ma'am.
in year? Yes.
Right, ma'am. See, ma'am, if you have seen the slide now, usme last was extracurricular activities I mentioned, ma'am. Okay, it is just because, for example, if you are going for a computer science course into AI, artificial intelligence, or if you are going for any technical courses into architecture, design, and if you are and simultaneously you are doing a course from Coursera, or you're getting some additional uh, certificates for yourself, it will obviously value add in your application, and you'll be preferred first for the university, because they know that yes, you have experience now, not only from the class 12, but yes, you are gaining more information and knowledge about the subject.
Right, right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am, my
So
pleasure, ma'am.
one more student wants to know about medical field.
Right. See, ma'am, I'll be very, very honest. Because see, there are a lot of things to tell, so it is very difficult to cover in a single presentation. So, children, if anybody is looking for medical like an MBBS, I'm pretty sure you're asking for MBBS, right? So, country like Australia, China, I'm sorry, country like Australia, UK, US will be a very, very costly affair. Very, very costly. Because it is like fees is like 40 lakh, 50 lakhs per year, and apart from that, there are different examinations that you have to clear first to go and to apply for a country. For example, if you go for UK, there's an exam called UCAT that you have to apply. Yeah, you have to clear first. Yeah, if you want to go to study law, so there's a exam called LNAT. So there are a lot of examinations first you need to clear, and then only you can apply.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Any other
One
question?
there is one more question. I am not very clear what that student wants to know, but he has written that, sir, I want to get into machine learning and AI, that is artificial intelligence, right? And want to go for OSCP. I don't know what that means. So, sir, can you please highlight some universities and countries to go
Obviously.
for such courses? For
Ma'am,
these
see,
courses.
for these courses, US will be the first choice, and second will be UK, ma'am. So for these courses, US and UK is the best option. But again, for undergraduate level, first for US, he has to give exam of SAT, which is like most important because US ask for SAT examination, and it's very obvious that a student who is very meritorious and achieving 95% should be expecting a very good scholarship for them or him or her, right? So I'll not deny that scholarships are not there. Scholarships are there, but for that you have to really work hard and you have to get very good numbers in SAT. Because ma'am, in previous years also I have sent a lot of students to US, to Canada, and the other countries with 100% scholarship, 50% scholarships, as I said. But for that they have to have a very good score in their class 12 and in their SAT exams as well. So any university who will be giving you a 100% scholarship is very obvious that they'll be looking at your overall profile because they are getting n number of applications from across the world, right? And every student want to aspire to go to Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge. These are some of the names actually, but I always suggest students that please look out of that as well. It is not that Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge are all Yale, Pennsylvania are the universities, and if you get admission in any other, the world is over. No, it is not like that. Every university have their own USPs.
Right. So there is one more child. Sanju Pandey. He's asking for that. Like he wants to go US for higher studies. What
Right.
would be the cost?
This is like what I told you, ma'am. For a undergraduate course, let's talk about without scholarship first, right? If you did not get any scholarship, then in US it will be close to 4 years, 1.50 crores without scholarship.
And sir, one more child, Anjali Tripathi. She wants to know that she wants to go for research in medical sciences. So what are the
Right.
requirements for that?
Ma'am, for research first, see, when we talk about research, it's very
Hmm.
obvious that first undergraduate complete करना है बच्चे को, then he
Yes.
has
Yeah.
to complete a master's.
Right.
Yeah, and then only you can go into research, and before that also you have to have some research paper proposal published beforehand. Then only you can apply for research now.
One more question is there, sir. Which
Yeah.
countries have entrepreneurship courses?
Sorry.
Which countries have entrepreneurship courses, business lines?
Entrepreneurship, ma'am.
Yes.
See, all the countries have that, but I'll recommend UK and Australia for that more because like UK is the business of the world, right? So a lot of bigger MNCs and London Business Stock Exchange, everything is there. So if anybody's student want to study entrepreneurship, business, marketing, so UK is like the best destination for them for that, and it's very safe country as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Sir, I don't know whether it is related to you or not, but since a child has asked, so I want to ask, maybe you will be able to answer, that Sunita Konogia, she wants to know that any career or job with geography. And I think probably she wants to know that in abroad only
Right.
with geography.
Ma'am, obviously, yes, there are, ma'am, see, in India, they see how it works, like education system and job market is totally different as compared
Mhm.
to India. First
Right.
of all. Second thing, ma'am, in India, right, when we graduate from the college, college helps you into campus placement. They do a lot of campus placements in
Mhm.
India. But when we talk about abroad education system, they don't believe in spoon feeding, ma'am. What they say is that they will help you in getting placed, but actually that placement is the thing that you have to get it for yourself. For example, you have to crack the interview. They can help you in introducing to the companies, but rest you have to do. And when, especially when it comes to geography, ma'am, see abroad countries, see UK, Australia, Netherlands, they have a history of ancient histories, right? So they are very good for these courses into geography, environmental engineering, environmental sciences. They are very good for all these courses.
Okay. Now one wants to know for acting, if they want to go in cinema, so which country is good for that, for higher studies, you know?
Right.
For-
See, इसका simple answer है, where is Hollywood, ma'am? It's in
yeah.
UK. And
Right.
UK is the hub for drama. So UK and US. If somebody is looking for fashion, then obviously Paris, Italy are a destination for them. If somebody is looking at a course into mechanical engineering, then Germany, Australia, UK is destination. If somebody is looking for finance related courses, then yeah, financial hubs of the countries we can simply target at. If somebody is looking at a very budgeted option for their MBBS, is like Philippines, China, Russia, Ukraine. So these are the countries which give a very budgeted MBBS options for them. So yeah, it is like cost related options that one can look at for the countries.
Okay. One more, I think probably will be the last. Which country will have good environmental sciences courses
Ma'am,
and job opportunities?
ma'am, environmental sciences, especially UK and Australia, I'll recommend the most.
Okay.
And ma'am, I'll just add, want to tell you one thing more that these countries like Australia and UK, they have specific colleges. For example, when we talk about farming, right? When we talk about
Okay.
agriculture business, so
Mm-hmm.
they give very emphasis on these courses. So they have special dedicated universities. Like for example, UK has a college like a Royal College of Agriculture. It's totally
Mm-hmm.
named on the base of agriculture, right? So they
Right.
which is like a purely college which gives you courses into agriculture, and there's a university called Harper Adams University which is into modern agriculture and so on. So yeah, they are very centric
Mm-hmm.
towards courses. And the most important thing when every student is obviously, ma'am, looking at asking a question again, like what is the option after job for them, right?
Right. Right.
Just wanted to add one point that in abroad studies, their courses are designed according to the industry need, right?
Okay.
So whatever is latest going in the industry and demand, they keep on adding these things in their syllabus so that they can make their students, ma'am, job ready.
Right. Right.
This
That's
is the
good.
thing.
Very good.
But
Yeah.
obviously, ma'am, this is again a point that getting job in abroad is not very easy. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be means like brilliant, number one, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to work hard. See, anybody can't get a job there because
Right.
if as I told you, the starting salary is like 18,000, 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 22 lakhs. For example, one of my students who has gone to undergraduate for AI, currently he is working in Apple at a package of 35 lakh rupees,
Oh, right.
and they are working in different industries, man. So we are in touch with all the students. We keep on talking to them. So yeah,
Right. Right.
you have to be hardworking.
Okay. So now one
Yeah.
more, I think, yeah, that is for the archaeologist.
Okay.
Like for history only is related to that archaeologist, which country will be better? But I think you have answered also that if they want to study Indian history, so they have to be in India only.
India only,
Yeah.
ma'am. So they will
So
not make you understand. I
yeah.
will not teach you English, Indian history, ma'am.
Hmm, 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 hmm. That sports. Now sports also you should play, you know, on behalf of India only.
Right.
Like they have written that is especially football.
Right.
So
So,
yeah.
ma'am, इसका simple सा answer I just wanted to give to the students that just
Uh,
which is the best country for football, guys?
yeah.
France, then UK, Australia. For example, there's a university in Australia which is the name of Deakin University. So Deakin University is offering 100% scholarship to the students who have played national or state level sports championships and who have a good merit score. Country like, and there's a again for sports person, France is the hub for football, right? So yeah, but again, the challenge is, guys, you should keep in mind that if you are looking at a country which is a non-English language speaking country, in that case, you have to learn their language as well. For example, if a student is looking at Germany, France, any other country which is non-English language, so you have to learn French, German, Swedish language. You have to learn that because it is very important and important for the visa purposes as well. Because you can't survive if you will not speak their local language.
There is a child who has asked for designing, but for fashion designing, you have already said that Paris and all. But if it is designing like product designing,
Right, ma'am.
right? So interior designing, product designing, so which country is better,
Ma'am, UK is simultaneously good, ma'am.
UK,
Ma'am, see,
UK's.
the most important thing is the budget, right?
Yes,
Because,
yes.
ma'am, whenever we are counseling a student, the most
Hmm,
important thing for us are few questions. That number one, what
hmm,
is the kind of university he or she is looking at?
hmm,
Number two, what is the budget he or she is having? So
hmm,
it will
hmm,
help us in choosing the university and the course for them.
hmm,
Because there are a
hmm.
lot of countries, there are a lot of universities. Universities are there in Singapore as well, ma'am. For example, in Singapore, if you're looking at a designing course, there are two universities like LaSalle and Raffles. आप check करना. So they are
Right.
also very good in fashion designing and product designing. So you can always, because Singapore is very close to India as well, very
Hmm,
safe
hmm, hmm.
country for the students. So yeah,
Right.
many students prefer going to Singapore as well for them.
Right. And for marketing, like for marketing, if they want to learn, because what I have, I know is that for marketing, one should go to abroad, and
Yeah,
for technical, one should be in India only. So,
right.
what is your view, sir?
And for
What is,
marketing, I will highly recommend UK, ma'am. Highly
okay,
recommend UK. Yeah,
okay. Hmm.
because why? Because UK, every country has some set of universities, ma'am. Right.
Right,
So
right,
in
right.
UK, there is a group of 24 top universities which we call Russell Group.
Hmm, 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 hmm,
Russell Group is a group of 24 highly prestigious and research-based universities, and
hmm,
UK is again, as I told you, that is a hub for
hmm,
business. So
hmm.
marketing, business analytics, super fantastic opportunities there for studying marketing course.
Right, right. Right. Any other question, children? You have, you have a good opportunity to ask as many questions as you
Yeah,
can.
because
Yes, yes, yes.
Please
Sorry.
ask
Yes,
your
sir.
first. What
Yes,
is
Mr.
the
Vishal.
yeah, why see children, I would really appreciate again that ma'am is asking a lot of questions on your behalf. And the good thing is that I have experience of working with all the countries. So
Hmm,
simultaneously, I can answer all the questions that you're looking at because I'm not only doing UK currently as of I'm working with UK, but previously I've sent a lot of students to US, Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, Dubai, Canada, a lot of countries. So I can give you insight about application process. I'm really about scholarship processes because again I am pretty sure that scholarships के लिए भी आप बच्चे पूछना चाहते होंगे. I'm pretty sure about it. So I
hmm,
can tell you about scholarship options also. So there are a lot of scholarships available. Every university give you scholarships, but again there are two type of scholarships. One scholarship is like purely on merit basis, and another scholarship is that you have to apply. So yeah, and it can be up to 100%, it can be up to 50%, but it's very obvious that 100% scholarship are very few, limited, 3 to 4 or 5. So like very competitive. Other than that, they give you scholarship of 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, depending on the profile.
right. Sir, Dubai is for, good for which course? I want to know.
Architecture.
Personally. Architecture. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now over to Mr. Devendra Singh. He also wants to ask.
Yeah, ma'am,
Yes.
please, please.
Yes. Yes. Good morning. Good
Good,
morning, Mr. Devendra.
good morning. Good
Hello,
morning,
sir.
good morning, ma'am.
Hello,
Good
sir. Good
morning,
afternoon.
Vishal sir. Good
Good
morning,
afternoon.
everybody.
Hmm.
Though it's good afternoon, I know, but
No,
good morning and Jai Hind.
Yeah, sir.
yes, yes,
Sir,
yes.
first one question
Please.
from the. Am I audible?
Yes, 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 sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Hmm.
It, sir, it may be a silly or different question for you, but
Sir, no
from
question
the
is silly,
student's
sir. No question is
perspective.
silly, sir.
Yeah, just listen. You explained everything well, and even ma'am was telling the things in very well mannered, and she was asking the question from the side of student, but from the child psychology, what I got to know from them as per the demography where I am in Gujarat, and from the Gujarat student, they used to go and aspire for the USA. दूसरी कंट्री उनके दिमाग में नहीं आती है.
Right.
Second, if you go to the north, they go for the Canada जाना है. So you
Right.
must have heard about this thing, and ma'am also would be agree in the beginning when they have not decided about their career. लेकिन वो country पहले decide कर लेते हैं कि मुझे
Absolutely.
कनाडा जाना है, मुझे ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाना है. मुझसे
Right.
स्टूडेंट भी मिलने आते हैं, सर आई वांट टू गो सो एंड सो कंट्री सो एंड सो प्लेस.
Right.
बट माय
Right.
क्वेश्चन टू देम फर्स्ट इज, और ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है फ्रॉम दिस प्लेटफॉर्म यू कैन एक्सप्लेन देम, जो मैं चाहता हूँ कि व्हाई यू विश टू गो. अब व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? सर आर्ट कर रहे हैं. व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हैं. बट वे दे डिसाइडेड कंट्री फर्स्ट. बट माय क्वेश्चन इज टू देम you decide career first and college first. So from this
Absolutely.
platform you can explain the student ki dear, country is not a matter, which is the qualification you want to obtain and which is the course or profession you wish to go for. Accordingly, and according to that you decide your career, your college and your country. सो
Absolutely.
मैं चाहूंगा कि सर आप यहाँ ये एक्सप्लेन करें, बिकॉज सिंस द चाइल्ड 6 स्टैंडर्ड 7 स्टैंडर्ड 8 स्टैंडर्ड उनको ये डिसाइड नहीं है कि क्या बनना है पर कहाँ जाना है. सो
Right.
दीज आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग विच आई यूज टू एक्सप्लेन देम. सो फ्रॉम माई साइड टू द स्टूडेंट एंड पेरेंट इफ कैन एक्सप्लेन कि what is the proper way to decide what and where to be go. Thank you, it's from my side, sir, please.
So, sir, I really appreciate your point and very well said that there is no point choosing the country first, right? Because
Yes.
you are a layman currently, you don't know anything about it. Just because you are influenced by somebody that or someone in your
Yes.
family or your friend has gone to a particular country, so you have also thought of that. Yes, I should also go to that country. No, it is not. It is not the right way to right process or right thinking process because children's as I have already stated, that there is a huge cost involved studying into abroad. When we talk about abroad education, there's a huge cost involved there, right? So first of all, we should be firm on choosing what is a subject and what is a subject and actually what you want to study. Because generally after class 12th or after class, many I have come across many students are doing their class 10th and now they're saying that's what streams to opt for. Should I go for engineering? Should I go for management? What to go for? And then again, as ma'am said, that what is the good countries to go for different courses, right? So first of all, it is very important that you should completely focus. Yeah, you should clearly have an idea about what is the course you want to do, and this is only you can get idea. This thing only idea you can get once you have your class 12 result. Number one. Number two. There are a lot of subjects. For example, any student who is not scoring very good marks in maths, example, and still you wanted to go for engineering, then it's a very straightforward question. And how will you be able to clear the engineering there? And that too, I want to go to US. As I told you, US exact SAT examination. So SAT में there are a lot of things of related to maths. So if आप clear ही नहीं कर पाओगे, how will you able to manage? How will you manage to go there? So yeah, so you should consider all these factors. That yes, course number one, number two, budget, and then country. So you should be deciding number one, what is the course you want to study. Number two, what is the budget that is there to study. For example, you should have a compare analytics. For example, I want to do engineering. So India में this is the cost into top 9 universities. US में इतना है, UK में इतना है, Australia में इतना है. What is the entry process to get into those universities? For example, India में मुझे IIT निकालना है if I want to go to IIT, right? US में जाना I have to go to I have to crack SAT. So what is the entry process, and then take your decision simultaneously. So this is what I recommend, sir.
Right, right. Good, sir. Mhm. Sir, there is one more question is for, I think it is written aircrafts. So maybe they want to know about aero like, engineering for that.
Aeronautics.
Aeronautics or aerospace engineering, for that they
Yeah.
want to know. So I think which country is best for that? The child is
And
asking.
US, the
Yes,
first
engineering for that.
NASA is there.
Yeah,
Right?
NASA is there. And what is the requirement? There is one more question. Sorry, sir. There is one more question that what is the requirement to go for NASA after class 12th?
Oh my God. Now, this is a very aspirational question, actually.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because going to NASA is not that easy, number one. Number two is that the requirement is like you have, again, as I told you, that you should be having more than 95% in your class 12, number one. Number two, as ma'am asked about the courses into Coursera or other courses, you should build your profile. Building your profile is something very important because overseas may they don't just look at your class 12 marks. They look at what other achievements you have with you. So building your profile is something very important. Number three, the competitive examination like SAT, NIELTS and TOEFL. इनमें से कोई भी एग्जाम्स में आपका क्या स्कोर है, it depends on that. And then you should go step by step. First, you should go, you achieve all these things. Then second target should be getting admission into some very good university in abroad. And once you have that, because now we're talking about undergraduate level. So undergraduate level, you will first get an insight about the course structures. सीधे ऐसे नासा नहीं जा पाओगे आप. Then you have to go for plan for your masters, and then accordingly जितना research and जितना आप काम करोगे, it will help you into going to a good institution or your targeted dream company.
So one important thing is that, especially for the children of Sunbeam School, for my school, I want to say is, like you said, the building of profile is very important.
Right.
In that, the extracurricular activities, the participation in extracurricular activities are also very important.
Yes, ma'am.
So now at this platform, I want to say to all the students, if you are aspiring to go abroad for higher studies, and otherwise also now in India also, so please participate in, in many activities like, quiz, painting. I believe all these those certificates are very, very important for that,
Very important.
Yes, yes, yes.
And ma'am, I should also add the point that they should start having the habit of reading books. The
Reading
more
books,
books you
yes.
read, the more knowledge you gain, and it will also
Yes.
help you in getting the generosity, and you'll be able to ask more questions to someone like me or ma'am. Because when you'll read books, you'll get knowledge. You'll get questions, and then you can ask questions. It will help you gain your personality, develop your personality as well.
Right, 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 right. So thank you, Mr. Vishal.
My pleasure,
Now,
ma'am.
over to Tezi, ma'am.
Thank you, Vishal sir, for answering students' query in a very patient manner. You have answered many questions very patiently.
My pleasure, ma'am. I'll
I
be happy.
would request Devendra sir, principal of Vallabh Ashram Day Boarding School, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you,
Vallabh
ma'am.
sir, please.
Thank you,
Sorry,
ma'am. Thank you.
Devendra sir, please.
It's okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to listen, Mr. Vishal sir, to you. The way you explained us, the way you have given the knowledge, the way you have shown the door towards the abroad study. Now it's my time to propose the vote of thanks. It's my pleasure to thank you, our resource person, Mr. Vishal Singh, Senior UK Consultant, SI UK, for helping us to dream. A dream that might come to the reality if we strive. That is to dream of studying in the best universities of the world, having world class education. He has opened us to the new horizon of dream to studying in the best universities of the world. By studying abroad, you are going to have the fortune of personal experience, learn about a different culture, and something very important to your professional life, of course. Thank you, Mr. Vishal, for having a great session today, and the doubts which we were having, we the
Right.
principals, students, parents, of course, so you have cleared the various doubt. I would also like to thank to the esteemed principal of Sunbeam School, Dr. Saranjit Kaur, great counselor, if I'm not wrong, ma'am, RCI registered, for hosting such a great virtual event. And it's my pleasure, ma'am. You have given me the space to join this program to my students too, from the side of student and parent, and of course the teachers. I'm very thankful to you for providing space. It's my duty to thanks to all the participants of this great session, students and parents. I'm sure all of you have enriched yourself and now dream to begin the part of the best universities around the globe. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Vishal sir, once again.
My pleasure, sir. It is my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, and I'm always available to you. You have my number now, sir. And ma'am, I'm always available. If you any student have any query, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to answer all those questions to them.
Right, sir. And now
Surely, sir.
I want every student to, switch on the camera for photo session. Utkarsh, Srishti, Sparsh, Jora. Yes, everyone, hurry up. You want to keep the memory now with sir, right? Done. I think, Vijay sir, it's done. Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.